Hey you guys, Desmond here,
And Cretia.
and welcome back to the channel. And today we are here to discuss RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star Season 10, Episode 6. We are officially halfway through the Tournament of All-Stars. But before we get into it, gonna have to remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We are so close to our goal of 1,000 subscribers, and we love to reach it as soon as possible. So, to make our wish come true, all you gotta do is hit that button. So, now that we're at the halfway point of the Tournament of All-Stars, how are we liking this bracket style?
Um, I think I'm too loud on your end. I think it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about. Like, I like the fact that we get new queens every couple of weeks. Um, it's very fast paced, and I think just this particular group kind of just put a really bad taste in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, the first group, I was like, okay, yeah, I could get down with this. This is kind of cool. The second group, on the other hand, this second group is playing the game.
And see, I'm with you, but like the first group, I'm like, okay, yeah, I like this. The second group is now, I love this. And I want them to, well, rumor has it they're doing it again for All Stars 11. But I love this, and I want them to continue to do it. Because that's how, not gonna lie, the way Mistress handled these 3 episodes were probably the same way I would have handled these 3 episodes. I can very much see it for myself. But we're going to go ahead and get into the gig of it all. So let me click here. Alright. So we start off after Georges and Mistress tied. So they got half of that point, which left them at 4.5. Lydia at 3, Tina at 2. So our bottom 4, again, I hate calling them that, comes in and they're discussing, we should just even out the playing field so that everyone could have points. Well, that's what Tina wants to do anyway. So Mistress and Georges comes in, they congratulate them on their win, and they got their 4.5 badge. And we start off giving off our points. So Nicole Paige Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia, gave her point to Carrie Colby.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie Colby gave her point to Lydia.
Mm-hmm.
Tina Burner gave her point to Nicole Paige Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia. And Lydia gave her point to Carrie Colby.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. Alright, so Tina Burner was pressed. And she tried to play it out like, oh, no, I'm fine. No, baby, you was plucked. You was highly upset. And you could... She could not hide her face. That'll be me, though. Because if I was in Tina's situation, I'll be a little pissed, too. I'll be like, so you telling me I'm now in pretty much 5th place? Because of y'all? But I would have owned up more to it. So we come into the workroom the next day. The queen sit down, and Tina finally expresses how she felt, because she feels like people are not playing a fair game and that the points should have been distributed evenly, and she believes that Lydia should have gave her a point when she didn't give Lydia one. That's the part that gets me. I'm like, you didn't give me a point, why would I give you a point? I'm just saying. But yeah, Tina was really upset that nobody was playing a quote-unquote fair game. And I'm like, if that's what you want to do, then cool. But, like, that would be me. If I was in this situation and say if I came in like Mistress but it wasn't working out for me, I wouldn't be mad that I'm playing a dirty game and I have no points. I know what I did here. Right. I understand how I came in. I can't expect everyone to play the same way I'm going to play. Honestly, that'll make it boring if everybody played the same game.
Yeah, I mean, we've had Kumbaya seasons before, and we were just like, oh my god, this is dragging on. And then we've had Kumbaya less seasons where we were like, okay, yeah, I like this. And this just happens to be one of those where Kumbaya may seem just a tad bit boring for 3 episodes.
Yeah, and I don't know, maybe. But yeah, just seeing Tina respond that way, I'm just like, I understand there's $200,000 on the line here. But at the same time, like Lydia said, it's a game. How I choose to play is how I choose to play. But
right. I mean, why is everybody treating Lydia like she's 12?
I think it's because she's the newest in the room. And they know she just popped off of her season. So they think that they have to... But that
don't mean she's not going to know how to play the game. I mean, dang.
But yeah, Mistress then makes it even harder for Tina because she said that Tina was the one who was trying to orchestrate a plan to where Carrie got no points again, when in reality it was Mistress. And then they showed the little clip from Untucked. But I thought it was so funny how mad Tina was getting. I'm like, Tina, quit falling into it. You're lighting it up more. Like, calm down. But yeah, poor Tina. So the alarm goes off. RuPaul enters the room, and this suit is sharp, okay? Love this suit upon this week. And RuPaul announces...
Cranberry.
Huh?
I said I love cranberry.
Me too. I'm kind of upset that this bracket didn't get any mini challenges. I'm like, why did bracket 1 get 2 mini challenges, but bracket 2 can't get any? You know I love me some mini challenges. But RuPaul announces that this week's Maxi Challenge is the movie musical Starrbooty, the Rebooty, where they'll be acting with RuPaul herself. And we're going to say that loosely, acting with, because RuPaul did not
act with them at all.
RuPaul did her pieces by herself, and they clipped it in. So the queens sit down, and they get to select roles themselves. And Mistress basically controlled the whole thing.
My God.
Basically, everyone got the role that Mistress wanted them to have. And the fact that Carrie even called it in confessional, like, I realize what she's doing. Say something. But she's like, no, if I play along, I might get this point, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, Carrie, I'm afraid you're not going to get Mistress's point. I'm afraid you're not. I could just tell how this is lining up that you're not going to get it. But couldn't have been me, because Mistress, no. You're not finna sit here and orchestrate this to where you get the role you want and everyone else get the role that you want them to have. No.
Right.
No. The way we would have been arguing on that couch. But no, I want the role you got. I want your role. What you gonna do, rock, paper, scissors?
My thing is like, I know Mistress calls herself orchestrating it, but in all honesty, I feel like everybody just kind of fell into the role that fit them best regardless. And it just so happened to fall the way Mistress wanted it, and so it was just serendipitous. Listen, it was just kismet.
I'm telling you, I would, as soon as I would have caught on to what Mistress was doing. Oh no, I want your role. What character you want? Yeah, I want that one. Knowing goodness well, I don't want it. It's probably not even meant for me. But no, you want to play? Let's play. I want that role.
Never mind, I'll just take this one.
I want that one. Let's talk about it. And the fact that she even did like an evil laugh afterwards, I'm like, oh, Mistress, I love you. You are making great TV, okay? So they're learning their words. They go to record their lyrics with Leland. They do their choreography with Adam Shakeman, who is also going to be our extra special guest judge this week. Good to see you back. And Georges, as always, is killing it. So now let's go ahead and get to this main stage, because we got to talk about things. But first, let's talk about the mother of all mother, the hostess of all hostesses, the queen of all queens, RuPaul. What did you think of her look this week and your score?
I need this in every color. I love gingham.
This is really cute. Really cute.
I love this so much. The fact that, like, because it looks just plain matte material from a distance, and then you get up on it and it's metallic, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. But I love gingham. I'm a stripes, polka dots, pattern kind of girl. He hates polka dots. I love polka dots.
Listen, the rest I'm with you on, but polka dots, my goodness.
But like my mom thought I was a tomboy because the first bed set I ever picked out for myself was straight just blocks. It was just blocks of blue.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I wanted it because it was blue. That was the only reason why I liked it. Not necessarily because I liked the pattern, but just because I like the color blue. But I do appreciate a gingham pattern, and that is the most gorgeous gingham pattern. And the way that it herringbones into like this little heart type situation.
Where it's all really coming together, yeah.
Yeah, it really cinches her in, and instead of it just being straight across, it's coming at an angle, and I'm just like, oh my god, I want it in every color. So this gets like an A+++++ from me, even though that wig could come down a few inches. The dress pattern kind of makes up for it. I
agree with your assessment, but the wig. So therefore, I'm going to have to bump it down to just an A. This is a classic RuPaul silhouette. She looks gorgeous. We just need, and this one not even too bad. It's just a small little doop. Sometimes she needs a doop, but this time it's just a small little doop. So I'm gonna give it an A.
I think it's just because it's so slick back.
Yeah.
And that slick back just makes her forehead look even bigger.
So this week we are joined by Michelle Visage, Carson Kressley, and our extra special guest judge, Adam Shakeman. So it is now time for Starrbooty, the Rebooty. I love the Rebooty. It just works so well with this. I'm like, Starrbooty, the Rebooty. Thank you. So we start off with Starrbooty herself giving us a sickening performance of Starrbooty. Wearing Tessa T inspired outfit here, because everybody on Twitter has been talking about it. She's like, she saw Tessa and was like, I need one of them. But even in those high ass heels, honey, she was still giving us a little something. I'm like, okay, Mama Ruth.
This is the most movement I've seen her do in the like 3 or 4 performances we've seen her do.
Listen, there's a clip on TikTok of her dancing while she's DJing at the World Pride at DC. And I'm like, okay, come on, high kick, dipping low, was doing a little twerk for us. I'm like, okay, Mama Ru, come through.
Now that's gonna pop up on my TikTok.
Oh, I'm shocked that no, I don't think I sent it to nobody. It'll pop up. But yeah, Starrbooty. But in the middle of her performance, she was sprayed. Oh no, she passed out. She's been kidnapped. And we know the queens who are going to do it. We got our good gals here, which is the team of Carrie Colby, Nicole Paige Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia, and Tina Burner. So they're out doing their prostitute realness. And then so at first we have Tina Burner. I thought Tina did a really good job here. But then again, I expected Tina to do a really good job. I'm going to be real with y'all. if you remember back in our coverage of season 13, I thought she should have won her musical challenge. Because I thought the whole not lip syncing the final bit was hilarious. But anyway, I thought she did a really good job. She knew the words, she knew what she was supposed to do, and executed it well. What did you think of Miss Tina Burner?
I thought she did a pretty good job. I love the outfit. I like to see her in something that wasn't yellow, red, and orange.
But yeah, she's gold. Been doing it's yellow adjacent.
Well, yeah. The hair is red. But it's not her whole identity this time.
And that's the one thing I appreciate. I appreciated about her runway package this go around. She was like, okay, I get it. I get it. Y'all don't want to see that over and over again. I thought that was a fun idea. But let me show you. I do got a little fashion sense, okay? Just a little.
I can diversify.
I can show y'all something, all right? Up next is Carrie Colby. Oh my God. She was so good to me.
Yes,
honestly, if her runway was just like the taddest bit better, I would have dared say put her in the top 2 this week.
I'm surprised she wasn't in the top 2.
It was the runway for me. Like, we'll talk about the runway a little bit later. It was good, but compared to the other 2 who was in the top 2 and also did a great job in this musical, I couldn't be like, yeah, let me switch you out for you. You know what I'm saying? But I love the voice. She really committed. I'm like, okay, Carrie. Like, they did a really good job making us believe that Carrie was fixing to move on. I'm like, she got 2 points? She could possibly do this. Wait, is she is she gonna make it? Like, even towards the end, when we get to the revealing of the final points, I'm like, are they really finna have Carrie push through? I was so excited for 0.2 seconds, and then they crushed my dreams. But I thought Carrie did great, okay? Moving onwards to Nicole Paige Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia. Now, the choreography. Baby, that was a struggle. She was trying to keep up. But when it was just her and the dancers, she was fine.
Right.
I really enjoyed Nicole by herself. What did you think of Miss Nicole Paige Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia?
Say the whole thing?
Yes.
No, I agree, though. I mean, she did really good by herself. I think maybe she just needed a little bit more practice.
Yeah, you could like she said, this is her, she was on season 2. They didn't do this on season 2. No. And for this to be her first time doing like choreography and doing writing a verse and recording stuff, she's actually done a pretty decent job. I'm part of the fandom that's been on Twitter hollering, bring Nicole back for All Stars 11. Bring her back. Bring her back for Versus the World. Global All Stars. I don't care. I need more Nicole Paige Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia on my TV screen. I need more of it. I do. Take me to jail, Your Honor, because I want more. I feel like, give us more. But anyway. So, up next, they get the voicemail from RuPaul saying, I have been trapped. I've been kidnapped. Please come get me. And the whole time she's doing the
Dolly Parton.
The Dolly Parton, Patti LaBelle. Yeah. And I love how they picked it together like, wait, that's her lunch order. And they're like, oh, she must be at the Shaka Khan Chicken Hut or whatever it was called. We must go to her immediately. But they're like, do we have time for one more course? They're like, well, yeah. That would be me. I'm not going to lie to you. Something will be going on. But like, do we have time for just one more song? Just one more? We do? Okay. So now we are in the basement of the Shaka Khan Chicken Hut, where we have the bad gals. The bad gals. Mistress Isabel Brooks, Georges, and Lydia Butthole Collins. So RuPaul is trapped. Well, RuPaul is trapped inside of this crate here, and now they're singing about how evil there are. So up first is Mistress Isabel Brooks. Mm-hmm. I agree. The costume she chose to wear really limited the movement she can do. Mm-hmm. And when she was doing her talking bit, I felt like she was way more comfortable there than she was in the choreography. You can see it on her face. She's like, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can tell she was just...
you could see her counting in her face.
We can see her counting. You can see the nervousness. And I'm like, I understand that the extra special guest judge, Adam, said that he was actually giving them serious choreography. But I remember her doing so well in her musical on season 15. So it's just kind of like, okay, come on, mistress. Come on, mistress. You've caused all this chaos. Remember, you need to be in the top this week. But she just did fine. She was just fine. What did you think of Mistress?
I think she did pretty well. I mean, at this point in time, my opinion of her has been tainted. So I'm just kind of like, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, you did okay, I guess.
Moving on to Lydia Butthole Collins. Good. I was thoroughly impressed. Very much improvement from the monkey that she was in the Wicked Wizard of Oz, or whatever they called it. The Wicked Wiz of Oz, that's what it was. I'm like, okay, so maybe she just needed to be by herself. Because she was climbing up on the steps. She was just pushing through. The outfit was everything. I need one of those in every color. Every color. And knowing she made that too, I can't wait till I get to that level. Right now, I'm probably at like the pillowcase level. But wait till I get to that level. Y'all gonna be sick of me. Y'all gonna be sick of me when I get to that level. So up next we had Georges. And in my opinion, I think she did like the best in the musical. I think not the she knew the choreography. This outfit is everything. I agree. I love the little sideways lip sync thing she was doing there towards the beginning. I'm like, oh, that was cute because I caught that. I'm like, first I'm like, what is she doing with her lips? Then I started looking. I'm like, oh, she's trying to be one of them old time bad guys. You see? Oh, but yeah, Georges really did a great job this week. But it was a performance challenge. Of course, she's gonna do well.
Right. She can perform. She can do her thing. So.
But hey, to come from doing bad in her first musical to doing a great job in All Stars 9 and 10's musical, I gotta give her props, okay? She's like, let me get this together for the children. So after they sang about how bad they were, the good queens come in and they have a good old-fashioned dance battle so that they can save Starrbooty, okay? But after their dance battle, the crate opened and Starrbooty is gone. Where is Starrbooty? So they get a message from Starrbooty saying, "Baby, I was never captured." I just needed us to be working together, okay? And I knew that this would bring us all together. So they sing a little song.
Okay, Michael Jackson.
Huh?
I said, okay, Michael Jackson.
So they sang a little song, and now all three companies will be working well together forever.
Yeah.
So what did you think of the musical altogether, Starrbooty, the Rebooty?
It was cute. Mm-hmm. It wasn't my favorite one. There's been better ones.
There has been better ones, but this has also been better than some of the ones we've gotten. So, like, I agree, because, the past few years, Leland, ever since he took over these musicals, they've been way better. So, although it's not Leland's strongest one, I'm still going to give him his props, because...
They put this together in, 12 hours.
So now it's time for the runway. Category is Wild Wild West. So, Roxy St. James, you get the piece of paper and it says Wild Wild West on it. What are you gonna do?
Ooh. Cowboy Carter had come out by this time, right?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, because I think Cowboy Carter came out in 24. Oh, it might not have. It did.
It came out in spring of 24.
Yeah, they did a Cowboy Carter song. I just thought about that. So it had to been out for them to do the Cowboy Carter song. Oh, but yeah, Cowboy Carter would have been out by now.
So it would have been something like that, or I would have sat here and been so just niche and did the stupid Will Smith movie reference.
See, for me, when I heard Wild Wild West, I'm like, ooh, I know what I want to do. I want to be one of the saloon girls, very similar to what Georges did. But I wanted an element of camp to mine. So I wanted to come out with a piece of a railroad track on my back and me tied to it. So I'm like, help! Help! I'm going to get ran over. Help! And then lay down in the middle of the runway. Lay down in the middle of the runway. I'm like, help! Help!
You know what another good one would have been?
What?
If I'd have had the time to think about it, I'd have been like, oh, let me be Jessie from Toy Story.
Oh, that would be cute. That would be real cute.
I'd be the black Jessie and have like red pigtails and look like the Wendy's chick.
Alright, so let's get to these fabulous queens. I have the
song stuck in my head so bad right now.
Which song?
The stupid Jules Sparkles, her finale song.
Hey, that was a good finale song, okay?
I know. Like, do I like the person? That's iffy. But that song was a bop.
I'm kind of sad we didn't get a drag con this year because I would have waited 4 or 5 hours for Anya. I don't care.
Facts.
And I would have went to go see Jules as well because I really enjoyed her. But the way they're talking, DragCon UK for the top of the year, that's been canceled too. I'm like, okay, well maybe we'll get it back next summer. Hopefully. Let's hope.
Maybe they're just doing them in tandem now.
I don't know, but I need it back, okay? I enjoyed the 2 that we went to.
I don't know. Like, I get it, but I really think, like, because if they do bring it back, they need to bring it back at the end of May or in early June like they had it, because there was a big crowd then. July, there wasn't that big of a crowd.
But from my understanding, the crowd size at DragCon has gotten smaller each year.
Mm-hmm.
So it could have been, changing the time of the year that they usually do it. But yeah, I need them to bring that back. But then again, that means we just really gotta start paying.
May or June, because then I can go, because I can't go in July.
That's true. That just means we gotta start paying attention to these queens when they're going on tour. Like, Queen's gonna be here in the Texas, like, this month, next month I saw. I'm like, oh God. I want to say it might be this month or next month. I'm like, Queen, wait. You just popped this on me.
Right?
But yeah. So yeah, we just gotta start paying attention to these tour dates, honey, that they're going on. Be like, alright, I guess I'll come see you. This way.
Because I know Anya Nerve is going on tour.
She is.
Because I saw her TikTok she did with him.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she's going on that Christmas tour, which every year I say, ooh, we should go, and then I forget. Kind of like with Ben and Jinx's Christmas show they do every year. I'm like, I want to go, and then forget. Oh, now that it's fresh on my mind, I think we're still a little too early, but I need to make sure I get a ticket to see a Rocky Horror Show this Halloween season. Ooh, we should find one up in Austin for us to go see. That would be so much fun. Because I always want to go to the live one. Like, I want to see everybody throwing stuff, and I'm not sure if I am. But I just want to be like, okay, hi. We are really doing this. But let's get into these runaways, honey. Up first, we have Nicole Paige Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia. What did you think of Nicole and your score?
This gets a D from me.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a big fan of this.
For me, I saw where she was going.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it was executed the best way.
No.
So I'm going to give her like a C. Because I like it a little bit.
I don't like it at all.
Up next is Tina Burner. A. I love this so much.
Yes, this was awesome because that's a lot of leather work.
Baby, it is. Like, this was so good. A lot of people said they didn't like the hair with this, but I love the hair with this.
They didn't like what?
A lot of people online were saying they didn't like the hair with this outfit, but I'm like, I love it. Maybe because, I'm from Texas, and, the higher the hair, the closer the God.
No, these are just Gen Z people who absolutely know nothing about the original freaking Wonder Woman and how big her hair actually was.
Her hair was huge, okay?
Yes.
Love me some Linda. But I give this A. Beautiful. What did you think of this in your score?
I gave it an A too. Like the shoes were great. I need them shoes, them boots, and everything.
Shoes. Love it.
Those
so much.
boots are everything. Look, if I could work some leather and cobbler me some shoes, honestly, and I would have the money to go to a Beyonce concert.
Listen, I want to
never buy a new car in the year of a Beyonce concert upcoming because you're not gonna have the money for it.
I want to learn. Hopefully, I'll get to the part where there's leather work. I also want to learn how to make my own shoes. I feel like I would just want to get back to, just to being self-efficient as possible.
At some point in time, it's going to get to that point because the way this man is doing us right now is all bad.
Say it.
It's all bad. We're going to have to start growing our own food.
Which I did want to do that. That was the one thing about moving out of the country, because for those who don't know, I was raised deep in the country. We had a garden. I miss that. Mm-hmm. But you can't have that in the city. And you can. If I had a house, maybe that'll be a different situation. But yeah, I'm not going back to the country. So if anything, I need to get inside of a house so I can start my stuff again.
No, we need to get one of those vertical gardens.
Oh, yes. Honestly, I didn't even know what a vertical garden was until it popped up in The Sims. I'm like, what is this? So I started doing research, and I'm like, oh, cool.
Yep. Give me some collard greens.
Collard greens.
Some broccoli. Collard greens. Broccoli. Bok choy.
I'm going to grow some maters. So up next, we had Carrie Colby. What did you think of Carrie Colby?
In the Beyonce Knowles Carter universe, this would work. Like, if she was going to the concert, I'd expect her to wear this. But it has to have more, like, bling to it, because it's just missing something.
What score do you give it?
I give it like a C.
So for me, I don't think this hit the prompt. The only thing, maybe the hat, but like they said, the hat is kind of misshaped. Yeah, even with the Cowboy Carter of it all, I don't see it, me personally. And I truly think this outfit kept her out of the top 2 spot. Yeah, it does not scream Wild Wild West. I feel like this does not fit the prompt at all.
You know what it is? It's like she's trying to still be high fashion, and I'm like, but baby, you still could have put a boot on underneath.
I'm
that.
like you.
Even
I
if
get
you
it being
put
high
a
fashion.
16
Trust me, I love high fashion. I just feel
Right.
like this missed the mark here. So for me, I'm gonna have to agree with your C. Up next, we
I'm
have
just
Mistress
saying,
Isabel Brooks. I thought this was cute. The biggest thing that threw it off for me was the nude illusion.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Mistress started losing some weight because you can see that this doesn't fit as well as it should. Or maybe it was a costume she's had. I don't know, but I like the concept of it. So I will give this a B minus. What do you think of Mistress Isabel Brooks?
So I had a problem with the nude illusion too. I don't think it's that it's too loose. I think that when she tried it on and when they made it, they didn't look at what it was going to look like when it moved, because it's completely different. Because I'm pretty sure when you're just standing there still, it's beautiful. And those wrinkles that are in the front that are so distracting aren't there. But as you're moving with it, like, those lines show up and you're like, okay, wait, is that not the right size? Like, what's going on? I don't think that this was made for her body correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And so I give it a C.
Moving on to Lydia Butthole Collins. What did you think of Lydia and her butthole?
I love this.
Me too.
I love this. I'm sorry.
I need this. Like Lydia, how much for you to make me one? Like, I love this.
This bitch had 5 days.
5 days. But I think this is something she probably already had, and she was like, "Ooh, Wild Wild West." Boom.
Look, I don't care if she didn't already have it.
But even if she didn't, if she made that within the 5 days, still, that is mine.
5 GD days.
5 days and she made it to the semifinals? Bad bitch.
Have I seen this fabric panel at Joann's? Yes, I have. Because I wanted it at some point in time because I wanted a pair of pants. However,
I can't wait to make pants. Sorry.
No, I agree. I want to make pants too because it's hard to find pants in my size. But Michael's has.
I can find the size. It's the length.
No. Michael's has acquired the Joann property, so they're going to get all their fabrics and all their labels.
Okay,
and
cool.
all
So I can go to
things.
Michael's and get some stuff.
Mm-hmm. So now they're going to retrofit their stores to include all the Joann's junk. So it's going to be like Joann's by Michael's type situation.
Mm-hmm.
So a store within a store in the back of the store.
So so Joann and Michael got married. I love that. I love
Jolene. So I'm pretty sure that'll be Michael's buying the building next door.
Mm-hmm.
That blank space in between them and Crunch Fitness in Waco. So they can add all the Joann stuff into it.
Got you.
But
what is your score for
I
Miss Lydia?
absolutely love this. This is an A for me.
This actually gets an A plus for me. This was everything.
Everything.
Yeah. What did Mary J. Blige say? You are everything, and everything is you. Oh, love it. So up next we have Georges. I thought this was real cute. Now, I think with my idea that I had, I think I would have went more traditional saloon girl, but I love this Georges version because, of course, if Georges is going to be a saloon girl, this is what you're going to have.
Right.
So I thought this was cute. Thought it was fun. It gets an A for me. What did you think of Georges?
This gets a B for me.
I wish it had a necklace.
Yeah. It's just missing something. And I get it. If I had body like that, I'd show it off too.
Who is you telling?
But I'm...
Y'all be sick of seeing my legs.
Look, I'm tired of looking at your thighs, Georges.
Y'all be sick of it, okay? So out of all these amazing queens here, who had your favorite look this week? And why was it Lydia Butthole Collins?
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Baby, I wish she would have kept this on for the lip sync. Because that would have been perfect for Texas Hold'em.
Right.
It might have actually helped her a little bit. It might have helped her a little bit. It would have helped
her win. She probably would have went with a different mindset when she was doing her lip sync.
But RuPaul made her decision. And the top 2 queens of the week are Lydia Butthole Collins and Georges, both receiving 2 points. Do you agree with this top 2 placement?
Look at Lydia B. Collins looking like her unofficial mama right there. Don't she look just like Willow Pill?
She does favor Willow Pill here. But do you agree with this top 2?
Yes, I guess.
I do.
I think Carrie should have been there, but...
Yeah, if Carrie's outfit was better, I would have had her took Lydia's spot. But the outfit just didn't give what needed to be gave. So yes, I agree with Georges and Lydia Butthole Collins being the top 2 All-Stars of the week. So this is where the good part kicks in. So Nicole on their way back over there, it's like, so we gonna sing Carrie? Because we gotta do these right after the lip sync. Like, what's going on? And part of me feels like Mistress heard this. Because I don't know how loud they were talking. I know there's some space in between, so you could tell they were whispering. But could you hear them from over there?
That is a cavernous space where you could sit here and not even stage whisper, and sit there and have intimate thoughts to yourself, and somebody will hear them. Mm-hmm. Yes, she heard that.
Because if I was Mistress and I heard that, I'm like, oh, I may have intentionally thought about giving my point to Carrie. But seeing y'all do that, no ma'am. No, y'all not finna get me. But now, our top 2, lip sync 2, Texas Hold'em by Beyonce. Our second Cowboy Carter lip sync. When we still haven't got our second Renaissance yet. We only got our first one, which was, You Won't Break My Soul. You Won't Break My Soul.
A lip sync song.
We need some more Renaissance, but that's okay. Cowboy Carter is good. Now, when it first started playing, I'm like, ooh, I don't know if this is going to be a good song for a lip sync on Drag Race. And then Georgia started, and I'm like, oh, never mind, it's a great song. Because you could tell Lydia had no idea what to do with the song, but Georgia's, baby, that Texas came at her. She's like, hold on, I got this. Hold on.
Yeah.
So, what did you think of this Texas Hold'em lip sync?
I really wish that Lydia could have did so much better. Yeah. I think she was trying to do the quirky thing, and I'm like, but you're not doing the right quirky thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't, to me, honestly, neither one of them was really pulling off the song. And I think what, pulled it over the ledge for Georges was just, during that one little banjo breakdown, and she was doing her little, move.
I'm finna say, for me, I feel like Georges had it from the jump. I feel like she connected more to the song. I did like the rig reveal that Lydia did. But my biggest thing with Lydia that, to me, lost her the lip sync at the end when she just started doing all those whoop, whoop, whoop moves. I'm like, girl, whoa, this ain't the song.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't the song.
Nope.
But after the lip sync, RuPaul decided that the winner is Georges, giving her an extra point. Do you agree with Georges winning this lip sync?
For the most part, yeah. For what it's worth.
I'm going to say me too. Which bumped her up to 7.5 points, confirming that both her and Lydia Butthole Collins will be moving on to the semifinals. But we have one spot left. Who's going to take it? Well, we're going to find out right now. The queens get their lipsticks, and Nicole Paige Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia, voted for Carrie Colby, which bumped her to 3 points. And then Tina Burner also almost voted for Carrie Colby, which bumped her to 4 points. Then Carrie Colby voted for Tina, which bumped Tina to 3 points. And then the final vote. And this is where I know a lot of people are upset with Mistress for how she played this game. Me personally, I loved it. I would have done this. Y'all would be mad. Y'all would have had a boring show without Mistress. I'm going to say it. This bracket would have been boring without her. She kept it going. She orchestrated everything. Now, do I agree with every move she made? No. But was I entertained? Yes. Very much. And in this moment, I would have done the same thing, especially if I heard Nicole. But even coming into it, I'll be like, okay, so what if they try to give all their points to Carrie? I know I promised my points to Carrie, but if I do that, that would make her with 5 points and me with 4.5. That means I'm not coming through. And the same thing with Tina. If they would have all dogpiled their points on Tina, same thing would have happened. So she could have easily gave it to Nicole or to one of the top two. And I think I would have done the same thing and gave it to Lydia, which bumped Lydia to 7 points. But before we continue, Carrie Red Mistress to filth in that confessional. I'm like, there you go, Carrie. Get it off your chest. And like, have you watched the Untucked for this episode? No? Whenever you do, kind of like at the first bracket, afterwards, they all go back and be like, oh, yay, we did it. Not this one. Baby, Mistress, Georges, and Lydia talk to each other. The other half of them didn't want nothing to do with them. But like, no, bump you.
I bet.
Bump you. But yeah, it was. I'm glad Carrie got that off her chest. I'm glad she got that off her chest. And she's like, I got something to say. Hold on. So now we have 3 more queens in the semifinal. We have Georges, Lydia Butthole Collins, and Mistress Isabel Brooks. So, just like when the first bracket ended, it is now time for us to select our second queen we think is going to win this competition. So, LaCresha, who is your official pick as the winner between Georges, Lydia B. Collins, and Mistress Isabel Brooks?
You know what? I'm not going to put it past Lydia.
So
because for some weird reason, I think she just going to sneak by and get it. But because it's for me, it's between Georges and Lydia. Because I think Mistress gonna fuck around, and Aja gonna catch on real quick, and then they gonna be going at it.
But also, you gotta remember, it's a lip sync for the crown. It's gonna be a lip sync Lollapalooza for the crown. And although Mistress is a great lip syncer, if she makes it to the top 8, I don't think she could make it past like Aja. Make it past Georges. Even Bosco, because, baby, she was tearing them lip syncs up in the first bracket.
Okay.
So, I feel like with that final episode being a lip sync Lollapalooza, I don't think Mistress can make it. But I do think Georges and Lydia, depending on song choice, but Georges, I feel like either one of them could make it. So, who's your official pick?
I'm going to say Georges, with Lydia being my sleeper.
So I'm writing it down. Georges is your second pick, and she's also mine. So right now,
who's my first pick?
So for right now, your top 3, 2 of your top 3 is Bosco and Georges.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I have Irene the Alien in Georges. So we'll have to see.
Both of those are going to be ugly. And I mean ugly in the best way.
Is like so far, just looking at these 6 queens: Irene, Bosco, Aja, Georges, Lydia, Mistress. We got a sickening top 9 so far. I'm excited for the merge. So RuPaul then lets the bottom 3 queens, well, the eliminated 3 queens, know that, hey, we will be doing a lottery and you may have a chance to be entered into the lip sync Lollapalooza for the crown. So they dance the night away and they go backstage. We get our first little tidbit for next week's new bracket. They're doing a design challenge. And not just any design challenge. It's a Wicked inspired design challenge. And Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande will be there. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I was on this season and I would have talked to the queens after we're all said and done, and they would have told me, oh, we had Ariana and Cynthia Erivo, the way I would have called RuPaul, Andre Charles, you telling me they got Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande and I had Ice Spice? No. 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 I would have been mad. I would have been mad. Yes, I would have. But, honey, that's going to be next week. Is there anything else you want to add to this?
I hope everybody is safe out there in LA. I was watching those lives last night. That was really scary to watch.
I was watching some videos this morning on Twitter. I'm like, my.
Free Palestine, all those lovely things.
And just knowing that idiot is sending people down there. I'm like, really? Anyway, where can they find you on the social media, honey?
You can find me at Cretia McGill on all social media. That's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me in the club, pocket full of bud, mama. But if I'm not there, you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDSMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yes, we will be covering Drag Race Brazil when it drops, honey. I've seen the Meet the Queen. I'm not sure if you have. And it looks like we got a batch of queens I'm excited for. But anyway, we'll see y'all soon. Bye.